Mumbai is set to receive very heavy rainfall tomorrow. An orange alert has been sounded in at least 6 districts, including landslide hit Raigarh and Thane as well. Raigarh saw deadly landslides last week amidst extremely heavy rainfall in the region. After 27 bodies were recovered from the debris, the NDRF has called off these rescue operations. 57 people still remain untraceable. Let me go straight across to Professor Dr. Anil Gupta, who's a policy planning head at the National Institute of Disaster Management. Sir, can I ask you, thank you first of all, thank you very much for your time. Can I please ask you, first things first about Raigarh. It's an area that is prone to landslides. We know that. We know that 27 people are dead. How is it, sir, that rescue operations have been called off before everyone has been recovered? There are still some 57 people who have been declared missing, sir. How does this work?
See, if you look at the situation of this year, that more than 2/3 of the country is under climatic challenges. So you have seen the kind of miseries in the hilly states as well as the states of the western region, central region. The situation in particularly in Maharashtra, that is a little difficult terrain. And when it comes to the debris fall and the search and rescue operation in these kinds of situations, there is always a time limit. So certainly there is a huge demand also and huge pressure on our response forces. At almost all the places, you see that in Junagadh, what is going on, everywhere there is a demand for the search and rescue. So basically, the forces have to manage with their resources as well. Second thing, where there are most likeliness to find out somebody and to help the situations that some people alive can be found out, certainly the search and rescue is prioritizing that kind of approaches.
Okay. Sir, can I ask you whether India's preparedness as far as these freak weather conditions are concerned has bettered over a period of time?
Yes, I would say certainly. We have seen the success story of a major cyclone, Biparjoy also. And not only Biparjoy, we have seen other cyclonic storms also. Now we have achieved very good level of success and very good level of coordination. But this kind of misery that we are seeing because of during the monsoon season, and it is also important that the monsoon season has just started. We have a long time to sail out this monsoon. Basically, there are two aspects. One is that how do we look at the climatic forecast? Second thing, the kind of infrastructure that is already in place. For example, this building that has collapsed. So if we can mark the infrastructure, mark the buildings which are in poor conditions and take precautionary measures. So a lot of call is basically to local administration, but administration cannot work alone. The people also have to contribute significantly. People have to join hands and people have to take basically the cognizance of the alerts and forewarning that is being given by India Meteorology Department and the local administration as well. Because the buildings cannot be modified, buildings cannot be rebuilt in a short span of time. But if people are residing in this kind of situation, certainly they can be evacuated. And this is what is being done in many of the places. So I would say that the local administration is also under tremendous pressure because this year's heavy rainfall situation is quite unprecedented.
As far as Junagadh is concerned, we have seen pictures that are coming out of Junagadh for the last 2 days. Now this building collapses. It is often said that rains don't kill people. It's buildings that kill people. As you see these pictures and the rescue operation, search and rescue operation currently underway in Junagadh, sir, is there any way we can avoid situations like this?
No, I would not fully agree with you that rains don't kill people. Only buildings kill people. Yes, certainly the poor construction and poor conditions of the building, poor maintenance of the building is one of the major factor. But the kind of rainfall, like Junagadh is also receiving after several decades this kind of unprecedented rainfall. Delhi also received almost after 45 years that the record has been broken. So in many places, records are broken. But partly I would agree with your statement because the infrastructure that has and also the natural systems that has faced a lot of impact of the developmental changes. Basically, that has affected our land use pattern also. Like now, there is very less land available for the storage of flood waters, or the natural flood water storage sites are very less. Most of the areas are converted to built up areas, so where the water will go. And that is the reason we have seen that even the wildlife, wild animals coming to habitat areas. So basically, there's a kind of a two-way encroachment going on. A lot has to be seen in terms of land use and landscape planning. And second, that even the smaller infrastructure, how do we look at? Basically, when this kind of forecast is there, both the government as well as the local government as well as the community need to be very, very cautious to avoid this kind of the situations where deaths are occurring.
All right. Sir, thank you very much for your time here on Network 18. We are keeping a very close eye on the rescue operations in Junagadh, and we'll update you as and when we have more information. Meanwhile, we are moving to day 3 of the monsoon session.